Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and this is a really cool 1949 Ford F1, kind of a rat rod truck. It's old school rat rod shop truck, and it's got a Camaro front clip and 350 V8 automatic, power steering, power disc brakes in the front, and just a great running, great driving truck. I haven't driven it in a little bit, and battery might be a little weak. Great driving truck, really easy to steer. And of course, it's got power steering. Very smooth, really smooth ride going down the road. This would make a great kind of like a daily driver shop truck. Brakes stop nice and straight. See, the steering wheel's not moving, I'm pushing the brakes. I've been doing videos down here for 10 years now, almost 11 years, and somebody finally built a house on this lot. So the hood latch is actually hidden in here. Opens really easy. Nice running engine. I'm actually going to shut it off here. Oops. Wrong key. Yeah, and actually, I think it does have, this may actually have like an old Mustang 2 front end in it. I was wrong when I said earlier that it was a Camaro front end, because this original frame has not been cut that I can see here. And this is kind of a new arrival truck for me. So I've driven it a couple of times. I haven't put tons of miles on it, but the guy that I got it from is somebody that I trust who drives these trucks pretty regularly. And so got a nice, aluminum radiator in it. Electric fan. I've never seen it overheat. Just a really good running, driving truck. Really cool. Love the kind of the old school custom bumper that was made for the front. And this has just got the super look. I mean, this truck's ready to drive like it is. And if I was going to keep this truck, there's very few things that I would do. I think one of the things that I love about these old Fords and something like this is that I think there's a couple of little things that you could do as a project on the weekend, but nothing that's so complicated or would cost much. So that being said, obviously, dents, dings, rust, surface rust, especially, this is the surface rust look. It's got a coat of clear on it to preserve it. When we get right up on it, actually, it's a pretty solid truck considering, and what I mean by that is there's not a bunch of spots that are all super rusted through. Little spot on the original cab corner there. Little spot down here below. And I want to be careful because I don't want to overly nitpick a kind of a rat rod style truck, but at the same time, it's a little spot here and here. I just kind of want to show that, hey, it's not a rusty bucket per se, like all rusted out. It's actually a pretty solid truck. Cab corner over on this side looks good. So the gas tank's been eliminated and put to the back. You'll also notice that the door handles have been kind of quasi shaved. Right now, got to reach inside and open the door. There are no poppers on it. So if I was going to keep this truck, I'd put electric poppers on it. The other side actually is missing the latch completely, and I have a brand new one. It was under the seat. I've got one in the shop, so I do have a door latch for that side. Right now it is on a little pull string. So if this was my truck, one thing I'd probably do is take that CD player out and retrofit. You can buy the original speaker cover that goes right here. They're about 70 bucks in ivory, and I think they're about $100 in chrome. I'd probably put that back on and maybe put like a retro style fit stereo back in it. And that's it, and then drive it. Now the speedometer's not functional, which is not unusual, and I'm not sure if the gas gauge works or not. This is a great driving truck though. It's got a B&M shifter just with a little cloth cover over it to kind of make it look cooler. Somebody had put a sunroof in it years ago, and then somebody came along and patched it back up. So, you know, with this being kind of a rat rod, I'd almost be tempted to take that weld out and just put a sunroof back in it, or just leave it open. But it's nice that it's closed on the top because it doesn't get water inside. Looks like somebody replaced the windshield. Weather stripping looks like it's newer. The driver's side window does not roll up and down. The passenger side window, I believe, does. And it's not expensive to get electric poppers. There we go. Yeah, and actually that glass is in good shape. It's cracked here. One of the things that made me a little sad is when I bought the truck, the guy that sent me the pictures of it, it had a visor on it, and unfortunately the visor actually came off on the freeway. It was, you know, when it's being towed, and it was sitting way up high on a trailer. But the truck looked so good with the visor on it, I'd probably put another visor on it. Old white wall tires, they still have good tread. A little dingy looking, but they really go with the look of the rest of the truck, and they're staggered with the bigger tires on the wider and bigger on the back, a little narrower and smaller on the front. Look really great. So a little dent here. Again, reaching inside, grabbing that little thing. These doors actually close and open very easily. I barely touched, you're barely pulling that, and it opens up. Open and close really nicely. These panels are available. A lot of people sell these on eBay. And of course, you could also make a panel to put back on, and I would consider doing that. This isn't like an old S10 with a Mexican blanket seat cover on it. I actually really like it. And if this is my truck, I'd probably just leave it. It's very comfortable. But you know, put an original seat back in, never hurt anything either. And just a little inexpensive carpet kit. I think the main thing that I would do personally is just the dash. I just don't like that white, you know, Bass Pro Shops radio or whatever that somebody put in here, like a marine radio. Underneath the truck, little crusty there, spot there. The step side's in great shape with no rust. Sliding up underneath it. Floor pan is good shape there. It's actually, like I said, this is not a rusty bucket truck. I mean, I've seen them where they're all rusted out underneath like this. I mean, even the cab corner on the inside's not bad. And I'm not able to get all the way up underneath there because the truck is sits a little bit lower, obviously, than stock height. But I just want to show it's actually pretty solid underneath. The fuel cell back here, tucked up nicely. And these are the original cab corners. I mean, look at that. It's actually in pretty good shape. Really good shape, considering. Step side on this side's got a little rust in it. Just crusty, you know, that's like surface rust. But other than that, nice and solid. Again, floor pan on this side. This is the original floor pan. It's in great shape. Nice and clean underneath. Transmission shifts great. Oh, I forgot to show this spot right here. That's probably the worst of the whole thing. Those couple little holes. But really, I mean, like I said, given what it is, really cool truck. This would make a great shop truck, great truck to put a logo on. This would be a great truck to buy and just drive it like it is and do absolutely nothing to it. It's totally ready to go mechanically. And then, you know, of course, work on little things like the window or the door handles and the door latches and stuff. It'd be cool to put electric poppers on it, walk up to the truck, push the button on the keychain, the doors pop open. It's a really cool look. But anyways, give us a call. We're at PeachtreeClassicCars.com. We look forward to hearing from you.